Mr. Speaker, through you, counsel, the governor in some of the charges, she has been accused of appointing a number of chairpersons, Meru County Revenue Board, Meru Microfinance Corporation, Meru Youth Service Board, and Meru County Investment. You are legal advisor to the governor. In your opinion, or did you at any point give advice to governor to comply with both county legislation and national legislation on the importance of appointing the chairpersons of these corporations? And finally, having been a running mate of the governor's opponent, I heard you saying you enjoy cordial relationship. Is that still the case? Do you say you hold the governor in high regard?
Absolutely.
And did you seek, in conclusion, Chair, before the governor appointed you to that position, did you seek the blessings of your former gubernatorial candidate, Senator Mithika Linturi? I thank you, Chair.
Before you answer that, Linda, Senator Veronica, so that you answer both questions.
Could the witness clarify how many legal advisory opinions she proffered to the governor during her short stint, and whether when she discovered, according to her, that her signature had been used without her consent, whether she took any action to forestall a criminal activity of forgery or using her signature without consent? How many opinions did you proffer which were official?
What's your point of order, Senator Didi?
Mr. Speaker, I rise under 8, and Mr. Speaker, and the rules that are related to this, Mr. Speaker. Where we have got any evidence where we cannot be able to interpret that evidence, our rules require that we must get an interpreter. On this issue of signature, you've seen it bouncing from one senator to another, and it's not clear. Mr. Speaker, don't you think, through your honor, Mr. Speaker, that there is need to examine or get an examiner for the signature, or there's need to examine the lifting as the evidence is being given by the witness? Because otherwise, then we cannot be able to pronounce ourselves on the broader allegation of that particular fraud.
Senator Eddy, if you followed the sequence of the evidence the witness gave and the questions which have gone through from cross-examination to now, it's a matter of her objecting to the document having been signed by her, and that is what the honorable members are seeking clarifications on. Your concern is as good as the concerns that the rest of the members have raised, and I do not think in these circumstances we need any expert examination of what she, as a witness, is saying, I did not sign. Nonetheless, let's allow her to respond to the questions by Honorable Cherargei and Senator Veronica.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members. As I said, the governor advised that I could only give any legal advice on a need basis. As an advocate, you cannot solicit to give advice. You can only wait to be requested for the advice. When the second impeachment came in about November of 2023, the governor called me in her residence. And before that, I was in Kakamega, and she called me through the telephone, and she asked for certain legal advice, which, as I said before, I am restricted through advocate-client relationship, and out of the respect that I have for the governor, not to disclose the information, or rather the advice that she required. Soon thereafter the impeachment, that is when she called me and asked me to resign. So which means our relationship did not last long. And I was shocked yesterday while in Mombasa, in Ukunda, Diani, where we were attending an annual conference for LSK. I was sent for a copy of that document. It was the first time that I saw that document. I had to travel with a small baby at night so that I could come and see whether I would be allowed to clear my name out of that document. When I came, I submitted before that I went to the Parliament police station, and the OCS informed me, in fact he called the DCI and they said, I can only make a report in Meru where the issue had arose. And I said earlier that I am going to pursue because I believe that the truth shall set me free. Even if a document examiner was to come here, for sure he will exonerate me. And I am speaking the truth and only fearing God only. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Any other person? We are actually out of the 15 minutes time we granted to this clarification, and I do not seem to Senator Beatrice. You have a question to the council. That will be the last member. I'm granting this opportunity so that we close on this witness.
Okay, my initial, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. My initial comment was that the burden of proving forgery is actually on who alleges the forgery. So Linda needed to have submitted evidence of that it is not her signature. However, Linda, you are a legal advisor to the governor at some point. And you know, in the Constitution, there is alternative dispute resolution methods as scattered for in the Constitution. Did you at one point advise the governor on any alternative dispute methods that could have been used to resolve this law-running dispute? And if you did, what attempts were made?
Linda, I want you to respond to that question in under 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would say, in my relationship with the governor has been very secretive. The governor has not been consulting much, and my options were very, very limited. She is my employer, and she says, I will only come to you when I need to. Limited only. So even if you ask me for a written legal opinion that I have written in that short period of 3 months, I would say I do not have, because the governor also said that I should work with the CECM of Legal Affairs. I can produce documents that I have prepared on behalf of the CECM, but for the governor, she only allowed me to advise her during the second impeachment, and I can confirm I even attended the High Court at Meru before the Court of Appeal judges that were hearing her matter in the Meru High Court.
That is sufficient. Honorable members, that brings us to the end of the clarification session that we had with the witnesses. And Linda, you can take your leave. You are released. And we have the last witness, Mr. Jacob Kirari. And honorable members, I believe you have been served with a copy of a section of the register, I believe, which was shared. And so We would like to have the witness brought into the stand. We will do this. Mr. Clerk, you had you were earlier on sworn in, and the counsel for the county assembly have got only 9 minutes to conclude. You have got 9 minutes to conclude with this particular witness out of your time that had earlier on been shared with the other witnesses. And so, starting now, run through the witness. This document has been shared to the members, and the original version of it has also been shared with the counsel for the governor. There is a soft copy equally that has been shared. So I believe